All right, guys, welcome to the second annual Tug Hill Fall Classic. Jim from Disc Golf Brah here. This is sponsored by NSH Custom Discs. I'm here with Andy Padula. Andy, what's going on?
Hey, Jim, how's it going? Super stoked to be here. First time on Disc Golf Brah.
We had a great first round. We got some awesome scores going on. Let's go ahead and meet our leader card. This is going to be a fun one. Andy, who do we got up first?
Yeah. First up, we got Elliott McCourry coming all the way from North Carolina. First time playing the course, and he shoots a -10 course record to start it off.
Next up, we got Dylan Rees, Discraft Underground, -8. We're going to see a lot of nukes from him.
Yes, sir. Maxwell Vasicek. He's from Cornell. Young dude. Super good player.
We got another stud, Jacob Peters from Cicero, New York, -3. He's got some work to do, but I trust him. That's going to bring us to hole one, 625-foot par 4. This one's great. Andy, how do you tackle this one?
Man, most of the time it's just try to get to the top of this hill by that white building there you see on the right, and then try to keep it in bounds. The out of bounds is the entire left side of this fairway, played as the hardest hole for the entire tournament. So I'm definitely interested to see how these guys play it.
Yeah, it's a tight second shot too. I like this hole a lot. Let's see what Elliott's got for us. This is his DD3, and this is just smashed.
Wow, yeah, and he hit the spot exactly where I was talking. I mean, he should be looking real good there.
We're going to see Dylan's nuke here. Check out these ladybugs, too. We had a crazy amount of ladybugs going on. This was an awesome, awesome day.
Yeah, it was seriously one of the most bizarre things I've ever seen. It was like the second coming of every ladybug I've ever seen in my life.
That means we're in some good luck for this round, and Maxwell just puts a rip on this one. We got some big throwers today, Andy. This is crushed.
Yeah, I'm really stoked that Max made it onto covers. He talked about it the night before, and he put himself in a good position. So,
even this is Jacob's G-Star Wraith here, and that's pumped out there. It's going to be a tough second shot, though.
Yeah, it's a bit of a blind shot from where he's looking. The basket is definitely tucked a bit, so it looks like he went for more of a placement shot there.
Yeah, it's going to be tucked against that fence. This is where you want to kind of end up here with Max and just kind of fluff this one a little bit.
Yeah, dang. Yeah, well, I mean, I think he'll be okay from that position, but it's definitely a bit pinched off.
Little nerves maybe. He said he had never been on coverage, but let's see what Dylan's got for us here. Oh, yeah, a little turn.
Yeah.
This is perfect.
That is pretty much what you want to be. Ooh, got a couple trees in his way, but, I mean, that's pretty textbook right there.
Unless you're skipping up on that ledge, that's money. Let's see what Dylan's got for us. And this is even better. Little slide there. That's money.
Yeah, Elliott has a really smooth technique, and it shows right there with that upshot.
Jacob's trying to go up and over a little bit. This is where it gets a little tricky. Takes a bad kick and actually rolls out of bounds. This was a tough first hole for Jake here.
Yeah, that ravine is definitely tricky. It catches up to you quick.
What a time of year, huh? This is a beautiful day out. Couldn't have asked for a better day.
Yeah, we're actually talking about next year doing this a couple weeks earlier just to catch more of the leaves on the tree. But, yeah, I mean, beautiful weekend. The weather was immaculate.
Oh,
and
definitely. Great putt from Dylan there, from Birdie. Great putt. That was unbelievable. That's the way. That's how you want to start this tournament. That's a great.
Oh, yeah.
Elliott
Anyone taking birdie on hole one, that's going to really give you the confidence to keep going through this entire round. And not a bad
solid
par.
Yeah. Unfortunate start from Jake, but a lot of disc golf to play. That's going to bring us to hole 2. Definitely a fun hole in this course. One of my favorites. It's short, but technical. What are you throwing here, Andy?
Man, every time I throw this, I'm going with something overstable on a forehand. I actually am the only person to ace a hole on this course, and it was this hole. I threw a 2021 Sexton Firebird. Yeah, it's really just a right-hand forehand or a lefty backhand.
We're going to see a little felon out of Elliott here, and this is just lovely. I thought that was too much disc at first, but that's perfect.
He played the inside line, too. I usually play a little bit wider. I'm surprised he made it there so fast, too.
Dylan went with a buzz there. I was thinking he was going to go zone, maybe a little too straight out of him.
Yeah, this whole that left side wall really comes at you quick, and if you don't have something that's gonna hyzer fast enough, it can really eat your disc pretty quick.
Such a good lefty hole for Jake here, and yeah, just as good as Elliott. Great shot there.
Yeah, that is what you're looking for right there.
Not a bad spot over here for these guys, though. Easy up and downs. It's pretty open around this green. Really fun hole.
Yeah, if as long as you don't get caught up in the early trees, it should play pretty easy to at least get par or maybe throw in for birdie, but looks like these guys took care of business pretty well.
Great birdie as well. Yeah, so I introduced you as a TD, but also a course designer. So I'm interested to see what you got to say for these holes. Awesome course.
Yeah, dude, thank you. I mean, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. Literally blood, sweat, and tears. But yeah, I mean, it's so awesome to see these guys come out here and put on a show.
100%. That's gonna definitely bringing us to another fun hole. Hole 3, 210. Another shorty, but super technical. There's so many plays you can do here. I love this hole.
Yeah, this hole is usually the hole that people get mad at me about. They're like, "Oh, you're the guy who made me play this one." Yeah, it's a bit of an odd one. As you can see, Elliott's got to throw a bit of a uphill forehand flex, which is the play, I would say.
Yeah.
That's usually the play to go for.
Agreed. He took a little bad kick there. This is interesting out of Jake. A little turnover. Gets a nice kick, and he'll have a look for sure. Great shot.
Wow. That's one of the best shots I've seen on this hole. Oh, man.
Dylan, yeah. It's such a tight tee shot with elevation. It's so good.
He did tell me after the round that he was trying to play this hole a bit more conservative, and he bit the bullet both rounds. So
yeah,
maybe next time he'll throw the forehand.
Good upshot out of Max there, just a little deep, but that'll putt. This is where Dylan ended up. Need to go a little wider around that tree.
Yeah. Oof.
Big putt here.
A little bit cut off here. Let's see what he's got going.
He's putting with these green roaches that I like a lot. Just a little too low there.
Yeah, he could probably forget about this hole. I'm sure he can make it up in the next few.
Good run out of Elliott there. This would be a nice way to come back from hole 1 and hole 2. Back-to-back birdies for Jacob there.
Wow, that's a great putt too. Edge of the circle.
Really fun hole. Big birdie, yeah. Max just kind of getting it up there. Definitely see some big numbers on this hole, but these guys played it pretty well.
Yeah, as you can see how Max and Dylan started, it can quickly get out of hand, but I think both of them managed to get out of it as well as they could. I mean, taking a bogey after hitting the first tree is pretty good.
We'll get a little breath of fresh air here. Hole 4, 400 feet downhill. This is just a big bomber, forehand, backhand, whatever you want to get there. This is a fun hole.
Yeah, this is definitely the first time on the course where you realize this is a little bit different. We got the elevated tee pad, view of the Adirondacks in the background. Can't beat it.
It's a realization hole. You're like, whoa, I'm here, and this is sick. Good line here from Jacob.
And,
Yeah.
can't say I'm surprised that these guys are able to just send it right to the basket. I mean,
seems like an easy hole, but if there's like wind and stuff, it's a tough one.
yeah, there's definitely been times where I've seen people throw a backhand and it just goes to the road.
Right. Oh, yeah, it's gonna be
This is a little too far right for Dylan, but he'll have a look there.
What's nice about these holes, though, is it gives you a false sense that you can throw a lot farther than you really can.
Oh, I love those.
I think everyone
This
appreciates
is looking good
it.
out of Max.
Yeah, I would
Go
think
Max?
the Sexton Firebird, and yeah, I mean that's pretty much the disc you want to be throwing if you're throwing a forehand there.
100%. And Dylan not in a bad spot. That's a great birdie. All these guys ended up in pretty good spots.
Yeah, it's easy to push a little past the basket there and get into the trees, but given that it's fall, a lot of the plantage has died off, so it's a little bit easier to get out of that.
3 for 4. It looks like we could possibly have a Brah frame. Hole 4, that would be pretty sweet.
Yeah, let's see if there you go. Oh, that's great.
That's the
Well,
Brah
if
frame.
anyone-
Yeah, so playing under par there. It's a
If
good
anyone
one.
was wondering, that's how you play the hole.
That's how you play. It's going to bring us to a tricky one. Hole 5, 520, par 4. elevation here and kind of a fun line. How do you play this one?
Man, another one, you just want to really blast it up the hill there. Give yourself a good position. If you look on the left, there's a bit of an opening into the wood line. I tend to play more higher up and try to play through these tighter trees on my 2-shot. But, I mean, anything close to that opening, you're in a good position.
We started to feel a little wind on this one, and I think this just kind of lifts Jake's disc here. Not a bad spot.
Yeah, I mean, still good distance on it, but definitely wanted a little bit lower. Looks like Elliott's making the correction.
Yeah, this looked like it was crushed, and then I think that wind just kind of pushed up that bottom edge. And
yeah, it looks like he's going to be in a tricky spot.
And I think Dylan then made this correction, which was a little too much turn on it, and that's thick over there.
Let's see if Max can make the total correction. Oh, it's looking good.
Yeah, I really like Max's form. It's just compact and easy. He's a big dude, but effortless power for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like a lot of the guys on this car they seem like they're throwing so much farther with way less effort.
I thought it was already passed.
Yeah, that was actually crushed out of Jake there. Just got caught up in that tree, but should have a look. Going for that low skip from Max, and this is sick.
That's great.
Just get a little too skippy.
The leaves and
the
wood chips definitely helped him there with that skip. All right.
Yeah, this hole must have been a fun one to design for you. Kind of a
yeah, it's definitely
one
of those where I was like, all right, we gotta get a big 4-par in here now. It's been a couple holes. I know we started with with hole 1 being a long hole, but this hole tends to play difficult for a lot of people.
I could see it. Kind of a weird skip there for Dylan. This is where Elliott ended up, and it was thick back there. He's actually going to lose some footage here.
Yeah, I've definitely been in that position before. It is not fun. And now we got this guy building a house right next to the fairway, so it makes it kind of tricky. You don't really want to play into his yard, so...
Yeah, tell him to stop doing that. Yeah. This looks real nice out of Elliott. Just a little too hyzery. Fun hole because the wind kind of goes through all these trees. You forget about the wind, and then it picks up. It's a really fun one.
Yeah, and it is fun. I've gotten a lot of comments about the tucked baskets. That was kind of a theme of the course. Given that it's a ski resort, it's hard to leave baskets out in the middle of a ski slope. So that's kind of the design. Ooh. Tough putt there for Max.
Back to back for Dylan too, yeah. And
oh no,
that's 3 in a row. Yeah, it's
one of those where it just kind of rubs off on everyone.
Yeah, Elliott was kind of giving everyone a gift, and then a couple missed putts, but a lot of disc golf to play. Good par there for Max. Would have been a real nice birdie. And a par for Dylan. That's going to bring us to hole 6, another par 4, 430. Kind of a big dog leg left, finish right. Another really cool hole. What are you throwing off the tee here?
So I'm a little weird. I forehand dominant, so I tend to throw either a sidewinder or a mantis on a turnover line. Just try to get it out into the opening on this right side. You really don't want to miss the gap. I mean, you hit early, it's going to be a tough time getting par.
Got to get out there on the gap, and then the second shot's not too bad. This is looking real nice out of Dylan. Yeah, that's lovely.
Yeah, this is another hole that in the summer plays way more difficult than it does in the fall. There's a lot of lines that open up as the leaves fall.
Maybe a little too far from Dylan, though. You want to be a little more left. This is a little early from Max. That's going to be a tough shot.
Yeah, that's a spot where he'll be happy that it's fall right now. He should be able to get out of there.
Yeah, I think it did.
Real great kick there for Elliott, and that's where you want to be, right in that area, right?
That's pretty much the landing zone you want to be at.
Jake, just a little early on this one.
Man, it was looking
gonna be
good.
a tough one. I really like how he was lining up a roller here, and I really like this play. Just got a little unlucky with that first tree, but I was liking that idea.
That would have been really nice. Get it right up to the mouth of the green there.
Great recovery shot. That's real nice.
Should have an easy putt.
This green, I like this green a lot. There's a lot of trees, but it feels open.
Yeah, we tried to. If you see that big tree there, it's kind of a it's almost like a gate to the green. That was something that stuck out to us when we designed the course.
Get under it.
I like it a lot. A little too high there from Elliott. Let's see what Dylan's got for us. Great tee shot.
Ooh.
And this just gets buried a little bit there.
Yeah, we tried our best to leaf blow everything, but I mean, there was just so many leaf. Oh, no.
That's back-to-back heartbreaks for Dylan. He didn't deserve that.
It's the uphill putts, you know. You really gotta hit the change in the right spot, or it's gonna push it right out.
Yeah, he hit that pro side too. It just a little
There
spit.
we go.
Real nice birdie there from Max.
Yeah, it's a good recovery after the last couple holes. I think he'll be happy to get that birdie.
From lost disc to birdie.
And a great.
What?
I was just gonna say it's a great
Real
par
nice.
after a early hit. So it is possible.
Yeah, really nice par. Yeah. That's going to bring us to hole 7. This is one of the funkier holes, but maybe one of my favorites, 280 downhill. We got a lot in the way. How'd you design this one? This one's cool.
You know, it is a little unorthodox, but we felt, given that we're trying to make our way to the next hole and get back across the mountain, and we felt like this was a really cool little line with the T-bar as like more of a man-made obstacle to get around. Plays like a tree, just got to miss it.
That's it. And Max going 10% power there. Just hits an early tree. It is a tight line. I like this play out of Dylan.
Oh, wow.
This goes like back door, back edge, and pretty parked. He's got about 15 feet left.
That was incredible. I don't think I've ever seen someone throw over the top like that. And that's
Real nice shot from
pretty
Elliott.
much what you want to do. Just a little putter shot. Nothing crazy.
Yeah, I think he hated it out of his hand, but it was awesome. This is a really cool line, too, from Jake. Just gets this last tree to miss, but you'll have a look there.
Yeah, so there's actually out of balance on the entire right-hand side. There's a big ravine, but it seemed like all the players knew to stay away from it, so definitely playing the hole pretty much how you want to play it.
Max was saying that T-bar was right in his line. Everyone was kind of laughing. I think he fluffed that one a little bit, but this is for par. Just a little low.
Yeah, that early hit really kind of messed him up, but I'm sure he'll bounce back. That's
Original baskets on this course, too, Andy?
yes,
these
these are the
guys?
first baskets to be put on the course. So the course actually wasn't even built until we finished building in September of last year, so it's still fairly new.
Amazing. A couple of really nice birdies from Elliott and Dylan. Unfortunate bogey there from Max. But he can get one back on this hole. This is hole 8. We got a bomber, 490, par 3. This is a big hole. Big
Yeah,
hole.
this
What
is
are you throwing?
one of those holes where I felt like it might test more of those advanced to pro players. Definitely amateurs not making it to Circle 1, but I think these guys should make easy work of it. I'm throwing a zone, or not a zone, jeez, a force.
I can see it. I really like how you guys cut this too with the longer grass on the right. The fairway was really nice. Really nice maintenance on
Yeah,
this one.
so the owner Nick, he used to work on golf courses, so he knows how to keep it maintained really well.
Elliott is just like 490. That's a little too short for me. I'm just gonna bomb it past. Unbelievable. That was a launch.
God, almost to the road.
Jeez. I was very surprised at his power all day. He throws rockets.
And this is looking good for Jake.
Fairway shot.
Definitely shorter than what Elliott just did, but I mean, I'm not mad at that at all.
You just have to miss that one tree that Max is gonna hit, and it takes a little speed off. That's kind of the one tricky shot there,
Yeah.
but still a good result.
You definitely want to miss those branches. We trimmed a little bit, but we felt it makes the hole just a little bit harder.
No, I love it. It's great. Nice upshot from Jake here. That'll nestle up.
Yeah, this is definitely one of those holes where if you got the distance, birdie should be pretty easy, but for most people, par feels really good.
I would be super happy with a par on this hole. Let's see if Dylan can fire one in.
Oh,
Yep.
see what I mean? Yeah. I mean, look how long he's running too. He was pretty deep there.
Maybe 100 foot. Yeah, that was a great putt. At a big time, too. The scores are,
Yeah, Dylan.
we're getting
Dylan
tight.
is definitely making up some of that room that Elliott made in that first round. See if he can hold it off.
We got one more on the front here. That's going to bring us to hole 9, 365. Definitely forehand, but we got a tight gap to get through here with OB on the right. Also the left? Or
Just on the right side. Didn't want to be too unfair, given that it's definitely a tough gap to hit. But yeah, staying out of that right side is definitely tough. I'm curious to see how these guys play this.
You got to have enough power to get past it. It's a really cool hole. Dylan going with a beat up Hades here, just trying to get something that pushes and hopefully finishes.
Looks like it's got the height, misses some branches. Oh, and he's parked.
Perfect.
Easy.
Effortless power. That was crazy. Elliott says, that looked fun. I think I'll try and sneak through.
Oh, yeah.
He got lucky.
I had so much zip on it.
Yeah, that is definitely a big break for him to not go out of bounds there.
And this has got a stretch for Jacob here. Fortunately, just goes right into the OB.
Yeah, this is one of those holes where if you don't know that you have the power, playing to the opening and laying up is probably the better play.
Thought this was a little too much height out of Max, but a great sneak through there. That'll putt. Up and down here for Jake.
There you go. I'm assuming he'll take bogey on that, but I mean, it's the best you can do after going out of bounds there.
This would be a great birdie for Max.
Good get.
Oh, yeah.
Those
So
are
casual.
definitely some of the best shots I've seen on this hole. I mean, getting
it's not an easy hole.
Getting
at
parked
all.
around that corner and not seeing the basket is definitely. You definitely want to play this hole before you play in the tournament.
And don't look now, but Dylan is one stroke back. Incredible front nine from everybody, but great from Dylan to come back. So after 9 holes, what did we see, Andy? What surprised you? What do you got?
I'm surprised that Dylan made up so much ground after Elliott's hot round, but maybe he's cooled off a little bit. But I'm curious to see if Elliott kicks it back into speed and keeps that lead. But I mean, Max has definitely got some work to do. I think he missed a couple out there that he wants to get back. So we'll see how he does in the back 9.
100%, guys. Thanks for watching. Andy, thanks for being on. We'll see you guys in the back 9.